Comp is they've got a jungler that can respond to threats well, which will give him some room for error against Kha'Zix, who's going to be looking to get in his face. The thing is, Santorin has to be quick about it. And I think he needs to do that. We talked about how the assassin in the mid lane needs to get kills and needs to be able to roam around the map. Nidalee's not the greatest of wave pushes. Even when she hits 6, it's better but not fantastic, which should allow Selfie some time to move around the map. We see Mixer sticking around in the mid lane. He's got a Feathervin.
He's managed to get in there. Zenith Blade, there's the stun, there's the exhaust. He's in all sorts of trouble. The kill's going to go to Selfie. There's first blood, and that's going to get him rolling.
And this is what we talked about. What do the AD carry and support do once the tower is down? But doesn't seem to be the case. Voidal, the great Death Scent, is just giving vision, so he knows it hasn't been started yet.
What I wanted to get back to was the amount of dragons that Supa Crew took in the last game. You saw a stat flash down maybe earlier on in the previous matchup. Supa Crew have only taken an average of, what, 2.3 dragons, I think, throughout the entire season. They took 4, 5, 6, I think, in the last game. This time around, they've started off well once again.
And I think that could have been part of the reason they hesitated, part of the reason they didn't go in for that next invade.
We do see a number of items coming out from these teams. Oh, here we go. Impaler jumping on it. There's no flash for Odoamne. This time Mima does use his own flash. Impaler comes in, unseen threat, and takes the fear, doing a lot of damage. And it will be Impaler that gets himself the kill. The second of the game.
Yeah, just rinse and repeat. The same style of gank, but knowing that Mixer, he's going to go all in.
Oh, he's going to try and go for it. Solar Flare flashed away from. And they didn't get that pink ward after all there either. And that dragon is now up. Santorin is moving into position, but he's a little out of position. This is actually a 3-2 split position for Cloud9 Eclipse. Not the ideal spot, but remember that Solar Flare is down.
Yes, so important for Supa Crew. I think in terms of a straight-up 5v5, you're going to have a very interesting setup where Selfie's going to be looking to flank, and Feathervin never wants to be in the thick of it. He always wants to be throwing those javelins out. This is a straight-up 5v5. Solar Flare is only a third of the way off cooldown, so a very important ability for Supa Crew. Not here. We may see Supa Crew go for a steal. I think that's the only real risk here, or only real option for them.
Well, with the way they're grouping up, I'm expecting Mr. Rales to go straight for the call in. They're going to dive on towards Voidal. A lot of damage going down towards him, but he's not really the ideal target. Now they're going to see them focus in there. Impaler gets in and out, and now they're going to keep that damage going towards it. Odoamne getting all caught out. The Culling doing the damage. Mr. Rales gets himself a second of the game. Yana now going to get focused on. There's the slow coming out from Mima. He's happy to dive the turret. That health regen ticking away. Mixer's going to get close. He's got that Zenith Blade ready and waiting to go. As soon as he gets close, he's going to be needed. Mr. Rales takes a spear, though. That's going to be dangerous. Now they're diving on towards the tower. Santorin's going to be the next focus target. Mixer's been caught out by Feathervin at the back, but now he's got the support of Mr. Rales coming in there. That's going to be another Mima taking him down, and that is a 3-0. The Dragon also, I think, just went across to Supa Crew. Very White and managing to back out of there. Santorin, he stacked out that Feral Flare a long time ago and is continuing to grow it as it goes. At the moment, though, he's not really had a big effect. And, you know, we were talking about how much he needs to really get involved, how Ko used to get aggressive at the start. You know, he used to help out all of the lanes. I'm trying to think whether we've seen a Paranoia actually come out in a lane yet.
I was just about to say that, and I know we actually haven't. In the previous Dragon fight, that Dragon went down. Now, this is super brave. We have to go into both voices now because Supa Crew are sneaking the Baron away. They've got so much sustain on Mima. Cloud9 Eclipse have no idea this is happening. This is going to be like a super long Baron, but it's so safe because nobody from Cloud9 is responding.
Why would you expect it at level 12, of course, with this Mundo, with a double Giant Spell, as you mentioned. He's got so much health. Now the rest of the team will rotate up there. Now it's going to get secure. This is going to be a very early Baron. 25 minutes, just in there, 24 minutes 30, and easily secure at the very start. They have only got Mr. Rales to hit the turrets, and now they're in there. Well, that answers your question for you. They just walk in there because Cloud9 Eclipse are completely backed away. Well, and that is a dead Odoamne in the top lane.
That is a dead Odoamne in the top lane. 100 to 0. I wasn't sure if he does have a Void Staff added in as well, so obviously his damage is going to be amplified.
Oh.
Selfie wants another.
Yeah, Yanan's just about to discover the exact same problem.
That was awesome. He flashed to land the Playful Trickster and kill Yanan. I didn't even think that was going to connect. Well played, Selfie. I like your fizz.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be the bottom inhibitor turret going down. And this is Supa Crew in demanding position. During the LCS, during those weeks when it went out. but he's clearly been changing, practicing, working on his new champions in that mid lane, and it's working out well for Supa Crew.
I also want to highlight the fact that he has had 2 laning phases where he's been under little pressure.
Yeah.
In game 1, yes, he was ganked by Centaur, and of course, it gave up a kill. But Lulu versus LeBlanc, that was a matchup he was comfortable with. You can actually deal with LeBlanc. Similarly now, with Fizz versus Nidalee, he got an early assistance from Impaler, and Selfie was playing it. Because assuming Supa can close this game out, they're 1 victory away from requalifying for the LCS.
And remember Supa Crew's arduous journey in getting here. Last time it was a second reprieve, I think it's safe to say. They all went through that rinser. They were 2-0 up themselves against SK Gaming, remember, in that last series. Voidal, he's going to get destroyed on the spot. Solar Flare does land, but they're not really worried about that. That's going to be the inhibitor going down, and the Supa Crew just rolling on through Cloud9 Eclipse's base now. No surprises here.
Cloud9 couldn't avoid all that damage, and Selfie and Impaler just melt through. They've got
somebody called Joe Miller.
You've
just stole his punt.
They've got all 3 inhibitors down now and going to set their sights on the Nexus turrets in the not too distant future.
Fantastic stuff from the Supa Crew here now. 10-0. Oda Wamne getting focused on. Selfie goes in once again. We see Impaler flying through the air, but it's going to be Mima that will lock that one down. Febiven, not too sure he's going to try and escape from this one. Santorin is just being drawn away. We did see maybe the first paranoia of the game, I'm not too sure. It's been a little long time coming, but there goes the Nexus down. It's a 13-0, ironically mimicking what they did against Gambit Gaming in that 25-minute game.